The infamous orange t-shirt is back. Bang! JY is back with a bang. Get me? Got my paperwork here today, get me? So suggestions on how young people can save money and avoid debt. Obviously, a lot of older people who watch this, maybe in the live stream, maybe on the playback. As man goes through this list, they're gonna be like, fuck. Like, I wish I had someone to tell me this when I was younger. Or when they're hearing the list, when I start throwing up some stuff, they're gonna think, fuck, you know what, I done that, or I done this. So, yeah, some people are gonna get a reality check here, innit? Comment, people, comment. Right, let me see if this is actually on YouTube. Suggestions on how young people can start throwing up some. Yeah. Ease. But obviously, before we get into the main talking point today, we're going to talk about some other stuff. Where's my pen? I need to get a pen, one sec. That's what I have to do for now. Come in, people, come in. Yes, Nadia. Right. Yeah. They were underneath the pile of all the other orange, all the other t-shirts, like the blue ones and that. So yeah, I did say the next time I'm gonna jump on a live stream, I'm gonna make sure I bring back the classic orange t-shirt, you know? Right. Boom, I just touched that on my road, yeah? Shit. got my vlog video dropping on Friday, so look out for that one. Man, like Brandon, what you saying? Don't get married. That's how you save money. You damn right, man. Damn right. You know what? Not getting married ain't even on the list, you know. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, yeah. I'll write that one down. Let me tell you something about that marriage thing as well. There's certain women out here who have been engaged to their fiance for 13 years, 15 years. Let me tell you something right now. If you're a gal watching this right now, whether it's live or in the replay, if you are engaged to a man for over, I don't know, 4, 5, 10 years, he's not marrying you. Do you know why he got engaged to you? Probably because you gave him an ultimatum, like, oh, if you don't propose to me, then I'm gonna break it off. That's the only reason why he's got engaged to you, just to keep you happy. He's not marrying you. He is not marrying you. Like, how can you be engaged to someone for 5, 10, 15 years? Like, even if you saved up like $2,000 a year, because obviously certain people ain't got the money, fair enough. Yeah, some people ain't got the money to get married at that time when they want to propose and that. Fair enough. But you can't, you know, rummage up $2,000 a year for 10 years or whatever to put towards a wedding. Come on, man, a man's not gonna marry you. If you're engaged for 5, 10, 15 years, you're not getting married. You've been lied to. You've been lied to. Maybe the woman's put an ultimatum on the man or something like that, and he's bitched up and said, well, boy, I don't want to lose this woman, so fuck it, I'll get engaged to her. But what I'll do is I'll just put it off, because it's easier to put off a wedding than it is to propose. Because you could just say, yeah, finances, things are tough right now, innit? But if a man has got engaged to a woman and he's been engaged to her and their fiance is for like 10, 15 years, you're not getting married. You're not getting married. I'll put strong money on that. You are not getting married. I know people, I ain't gonna say no names, but I know people who've been engaged for 13, 15 years. You're not getting married. You're not getting married. You look at the average people that, and you know what, unfortunately, a lot of black people do this as well, you know. A lot of black men propose to women and then they never marry them, which is good. Yeah, which is good. Yeah, because at the end of the day, everyone knows when a man gets married to a woman, if things break off and they go their separate ways, the man is usually getting shafted. So maybe that's partly the reason why certain men just get engaged and they don't actually get married. So it's kind of like you're half married or whatever, innit? You're showing the woman that you're serious, but you just don't want to take that risk. Because if you lot mash up, you know you're fucked basically, innit? But in the black community, a man will get engaged to a woman and be engaged for 15 years or some madness like that. It will come in like prison sentence or whatever. But in the white community and, well, all other communities other than black communities, when a man gets engaged to a woman, within a few months, I don't know, 6 months, a year or something like that, they'll be married. They'll be married. But in the black community, a man will get engaged to a woman and 10 years later, he still ain't married to that woman. Not all, obviously, innit? Before the all police come over here and say, well, I know these people and that. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of black people, they get engaged and they never get married. They're still engaged today. This has been going on for 15 years. You're not getting married. You're a black woman watching this right now and you with a black man or whatever, and it don't even matter about your race here, but let's talk about black people. You're a black woman watching this right now and you've been engaged to a man for 5, 10 years. He's not marrying you. He is not marrying you. Yeah? He's not marrying you. Man like Dosa David. What are you saying, man? Let me see what you say. So. Yeah, I mean, if someone can save 1,250 per month for 24 months, Boy, that's good. Yeah, because even I weren't able to save that much. Like when I first was working for Home to Haringey, they slapped me on 28 grand a year. So I was on about 1,800 take home. I was getting a little bit more than what 28 grand a year is worth because they used to give me yeah, obviously there's one thing called London waiting and that. I don't even know if London waiting still exists. Let me know if London waiting still exists. Because you know all this COVID nonsense, they're cutting back on stuff in it. But I used to get London waiting, and then I used to get they used to pay me to use my phone. So I never had a company phone in it because fuck having two mobile phones and all that nonsense in it. So I used to use my personal phone. So my managers and that and colleagues could contact me off of my personal phone, but they would give me like £15 allowance a week for my phone bill or £15 a month for my phone bill. But yeah, basically I was on 1,800 a month, and yeah, my outgoings were really low on that. I just had a bike, had a car, and that's it. But I don't want to talk too much though, because obviously I'd rather get into the main talking point a bit later and give it like 30 minutes or something like that. But yeah. So yeah. So that vlog. So yeah, Dulce David, I'm dropping a vlog on Friday. Um, yeah, one weekend vlog, innit, that I did. So yeah, look out for that. Well, you'll be notified anyway. You'll be notified anyway. I'm just gonna put a little preview on my Instagram page actually. Fuck that, blood. Oh, wrong comment. Yeah, man said the last girl seeing said no sex until marriage. That's cool. If a man come across a girl that says no sex before marriage, that's cool. Go find yourself someone to string along for a whole year. Because it ain't happening over here. Yeah. There's certain men out here, they won't or they will like, submit to that or whatever in it. Blood, there's other girls. Not every girl is gonna want to follow your program. Me, I'm a man. I like to have, I don't want to say have a woman under control, but I am the king, bottom line. Yeah. If a woman don't want to submit to that program, keep it moving. End the story. Yeah. In my life, I will come across a lot of girls who are not going to be with my program. There's a lot of girls that, first of all, all right, let me just break down something right now. Yeah. There's certain girls that I can meet them and they won't even be interested in me. It's got nothing to do with how I look or whatever in it. Yeah. There's certain girls, if certain girls know certain man from the moment they lay eyes on them and you open your mouth and you speak, certain girls know if I can fuck with this guy or not, if I can push him around. There's certain girls, they want to be able to push a man around. And there's certain girls that meet me, they'll be like, no, I know I can't fuck with this guy. And it will just, nothing will even materialize from then. Nothing will materialize, yeah? Well, however the fuck you say that word, innit, yeah? Nothing will materialize. That's it. That's it. There's certain girls, if you're not with their program, there's certain girls, they want to be in control or whatever, they will just dismiss you. And likewise, if I ain't running the show or whatever, I'll just dismiss a girl. I ain't dealing with no girl because I'm telling you right now, a girl that don't follow your program is a fucking nightmare to deal with. Women, when they don't respect you, they are like bad children. Do you know what it's the equivalent of? Like when the supply teacher comes in, and the kids don't have no respect for the supply teacher or the cover teacher. You must remember, innit? You must remember when you was in school, secondary school or late primary school, whatever, innit, yeah? Your main teacher, you had somewhat respect for your main teacher, whatever, innit? But as soon as your main teacher was off sick or whatever, or you had a cover teacher for that period or whatever, you lot was all fucking about, throwing papers at each other, no learning getting done. Or like when the parents go out for a meal or something like that. You know, mommy and daddy ain't been out on a date for about 20 years or whatever. So they decide to go out on a date and they get a childminder or a babysitter to come and look after the youths overnight. And the youths just running havoc. When women don't respect you, they are a nightmare to deal with. But if they do respect you, they're lovely to be around. So it's important to have a woman follow your program. Yeah, men, we have to lead. And at the end of the day, if there are women out here that don't want to follow, kick them to the curb. Let them go find some other bitch to push around and that. They ain't happening over here, fam. Right, boom. Let me go through these comments. Right. Honestly, man, like soul. What's going on, man? Yeah, trust me. You know, like getting married is like what Nadia said. It's a piece of fucking paper. Yeah, what like no. Like I said in previous videos before, innit, yeah, the whole fucking way they come. But man, when I go home to my yard and I'm chilling with my mum, to be fair, over the last few times I've been back home, my mum ain't watched this program in front of me. But obviously, I don't know what she's doing when I'm not there. But there's one program called Say Yes to the Dress. And you know, like the women, they just go to some bridal showroom place. I don't know, I don't give a fuck. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It never will in the future, innit? But it's like some bridal showroom place or whatever, innit? Yeah. It's like JD Sports for wedding dresses, yeah? They'll go there and they'll try on all these different dresses and shit like that. And all you hear out of the women's mouth is, my big day, my big day, my big day. The wedding day is solely for the woman. The man is just a passenger. He's just a feature on the wedding day. The wedding day is strictly and solely about the woman. All this validation that they need. Think about it. I think I've only been to one wedding, one proper church wedding in my life. I've been to like one, you know, them little idiot receptions. You know, black people, we just do everything on a fucking budget. Yeah. I've never heard about people from other cultures getting like reception weddings or whatever. That's basically the cheap budget man's version of a fucking wedding. That's just to do it so it's all official. You know, like them things there where a British woman will bring over a Jamaican man or vice versa or whatever in it, yeah, and they will just get married just to be official. Yeah. But anyway, even down to the wedding day. So you have the man at the front. I don't know if it's called the altar or whatever you want to call it, but the man's waiting. Everyone's sitting down on two different sides of the church and that. And then they play their music and that. And the woman comes through on a catwalk and that. It's all about the woman. Why can't it be the fucking man that comes and everyone's all praising him and that? It's all about the woman. The woman, that's what I'm saying. Like a woman in these programs, blood, let me tell you something right now. You see these programs, the women, right? Not all of them. Some of them just are humble with it, and I think 3.5 fucking grand is expensive for a wedding dress. Obviously, you can get cheaper, but most of the women are quite humble, which I think is still expensive. But most of the women are humble. They spend about 3.5 grand or whatever. But some of these women, they're all spending like 20, 30 grand, you know, on a wedding dress. And the man's suit isn't even a fraction of that, isn't even a decimal point of that. That just goes to show what the fucking wedding day is about, who it's about. It's about the woman. The man is just a passenger. As long as the woman don't give a fuck about the man, as long as he looks half decent and he don't make her look bad, then yeah, it's all right. It's all right. The woman, she does not give a fuck about the man. It's all about the woman. It's all about her. It's all about her, fam. So yeah, that's gonna be like one of the points anyway. Yeah, obviously buying the clothes and it. That yeah. Oh yeah, I've done that census already, innit? What is it like some proper legal requirement? Oh, I think they do say that on the letter, saying that if you don't complete, you can get fined or something like that. So yeah, I done it the other day. Right, I thought you might be kind of late though, because I'm sure it had to be in before, but I don't know. I just done it the other day. I didn't want to leave it for too long because what happens is you start leaving stuff and then you wait until the last day to get shit sorted. I don't really want to be doing that no more. Oh, working for the censors. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, because I had one come through my door. I filled it out and I sent it off the other day. And trust me, like this marriage thing is long, fam. This is why I'm able to talk on certain things because I see it for myself. Like, you don't need to remember, yeah? Maybe a guy, maybe a girl, and guy, and obviously you must be from Vietnam, Wagwan. And that's why I said Viet, yeah. Yeah. You know what? One fun fact for you. You see that last name Nguyen, yeah? Anyone that you meet with the last name Nguyen is at least full or partly Vietnamese, yeah? 40%, 40% of Vietnamese people have the last name Nguyen. That's fucking mad. Because I remember before, like years ago, I was thinking to myself, why the fuck do every Vietnamese person I meet have the last name Nguyen? And then I've done some little research on it years ago and it came up 40% now. And them figures might have changed now, but yeah, that was mad. I can't remember what I was gonna fucking say now, man. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So remember, let me move this comment. I work in a lot of people's houses and that because I do this electrical thing now, innit? So I'm testing people's houses or whatever, innit? On a new job thing. So anyway, I go in people's houses and I work in a lot of old people's houses, and I see this too many times. You go in some of the old people's houses and that, and they're sleeping in separate beds. Yeah. Or furthermore, some of them still have 3-bed houses or whatever in it. And you will go into one bedroom and you'll see it's all feminine and that pink and that, because women don't grow up. And you go into another room and you can tell the man sleeps in that room. Now I don't ask them no questions, I don't need to. You see what happens in relationships and marriages and that. Over time, the sexual tension leaves the relationship. And now the woman don't even want to sleep next to the man, let alone sleep with him. This is what you have to deal with if you get married, if you don't know how to maintain a woman's attraction. Don't get married to no woman unless she views you as the king, because she is going to fucking cheat on you 110 fucking percent. Let me put one program in the chat. It's called the moment of truth. I beg you lot, go and watch that program, The Moment of Truth. And basically they start asking, like, it's always best to watch it when the women are in a hot seat, because they start asking the women some serious questions and that, like, have you ever fantasized about sleeping with like one of your husband's friends or whatever, in it? And then she'll answer truthfully, because the more questions you answer truthfully, the more money you get. Yeah, so it might go up to 100,000 or something, innit? So first question, so it might, I don't know, it might be like a total of 15 questions or whatever, innit? But they keep going up. So let's say like question 1 would be something lighthearted. Have you ever stolen from your teacher at school or something? Then question 6 will be a lot more serious than that. Oh, have you ever fantasized about sleeping with one of your partner's best friends before? And then the woman will answer truthfully, innit? And like one of the last questions will always be like, have you done anything that would affect your marriage or whatever, innit? I put it this way, it always comes out, right? Not. I've only seen about 3 or 4 episodes or whatever, innit? But the ones I've seen with the women, it comes out that the women have cheated on these men when they're married and that. So imagine a certain man even have invested everything into a woman for her to then go and fuck another guy, fam. This is why you cannot get married, fam. Women always need a challenge. Women always need excitement. If you marry a woman, you will instantly lose the excitement. Yeah. Unless you're like me, that can always keep a girl, engaged, keep her on her toes, whatever. Innit? Yeah. Most man, they're just gonna become boring, gonna become couch potatoes and that, just chilling, not doing nothing exciting with the girlfriend. It's long, or wife, should I say? It's long. It's long. And then when she gets bored, then she's going to want to step out on you. It's a lose-lose situation. Someone write down what you can gain from getting married, because I don't know. I can't see it. Maybe I'm blind or something like that. But I see it all the time. When I go into these people's houses, these old people have been married for years and that. Some of them, they don't even talk. They don't even talk. They're coming like fucking roommates. That's it. Literally like roommates. Because they don't even sleep in the same room together. And obviously, if they're not sleeping in the same room together, they're not sleeping together. It's almost like they just stay together because they don't want to be alone. That's it. But please believe the woman's fucking about on the side. 110%. 110%. The only thing is though is like, well, I mean, obviously you can just get into a relationship and that, innit? But like, yeah, if someone like wanted to be, because like my man said he wants to be a bachelor for the rest of his life, or whatever, innit? But like, what about your youth? So when you have kids, you want to be in their life full time, innit? Like me, I want to be able to come home to my kids every day, innit? And if I was ever to be a bachelor and that ain't gonna happen because I ain't gonna be in a relationship. So yeah, there's a fine line between wanting to be a bachelor forever and then unless if you plan on never having children, then cool. Then cool, yeah, you could do that, but trust me, keep them at arm's length. And by you doing that, they will always have a high level of attraction for you because a girl needs to feel like, she don't really know where she stands with you. That's the best position to have the girl in. She will complain about it, but trust me, deep down, she likes it. Deep down, girls like when you mess with their head. Girls don't want it easy, And if you don't believe me, if you think girls want it easy and that, the next girl you talk to, tell her on the first date, I see a future with you. You are the girl of my dreams or whatever, or you're my perfect type or whatever. I can see us really progressing after today and that. Yeah, you see if you get another date. Girl called the fucking police on you to her ass, club. But yeah, 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna get into the main talking point. Let me make a cup of tea anyway. The man said, nah, I'll just get a woman to have a kid with then leave her, My man's got it all figured out. Shit. That's funny. Fucking hell, fam. Man's ruthless out here, fam. But like me, honestly, like I ain't spoke about this much before. I mentioned it one time during a live stream. But me, I wouldn't mind raising a child on my own because I don't think, like, I don't see what a woman can teach my child. Like, I want my child to have my mentality, and I don't think there's a woman alive who has my mentality. Yeah, there are women who can copy me. Yeah, if they're around me, yeah, they can develop it and kind of copy me, but it's not authentic. It's not who they are, innit? Like, I need my children to have my mentality. I feel like I'm the only person who can do a good job at raising my child. I don't want my child being raised by no one who is emotionally unstable. Yeah, there's no place on this earth for emotionally unstable people. Well, there are, but not in my world anyway. You understand? So, yeah, like people are soft and that. Like, I can't imagine. Like, God forbid, something happened to me and I weren't around no more. Or let's say, for example, I was with a gal and she didn't let me see the you or whatever in it. And imagine I didn't play a part in my son's life or my daughter, but more so my son. And like he's getting bullied at school, and the mum is saying, "Oh, tell the teacher," or avoid trouble. And that. No, I tell him go to school. I don't give a fuck whether you win, lose, or draw. Yeah, don't let no one push you around. Yeah, you're a fucking man in the making. Yeah, you need to stand up for yourself, or a woman in the making, whatever. You need to stand up for yourself. Don't let no one push you around. Don't let no one bully you. Win, lose, or draw, it don't matter. That's the mentality that I need someone to put into my child. Like that for me, that is fucking important, man. Don't let no one take you for no fucking prick. Like someone could watch this and say, "Yeah, well, I'll say that." Nah. You need to truly believe that. You need to have that as your life. Obviously, it's not the be all and end all, and that don't make you a great person or whatever. But shit like that, like there's certain principles that I would need someone to install in my child, and I don't think there's only I only know one or two people who have those same principles in it, and they're my man them anyway. And so obviously they wouldn't be raising my child. But I never met no girl who has them sort of principles and that. And I don't think they make women like that. They couldn't make women, it wouldn't even be healthy to make women like that. You know why? Because that is manly, that's like, a masculine mindset and that. So yeah, I couldn't trust a woman to really raise a strong man like that. Like me, I feel like my mum ain't. Mum, to be fair, actually, no, my mum did tell me like, yeah, don't let no one bully you and push you around and that. So yeah, I guess so. Yeah, certain women, yeah, certain women, but yeah, for the most part, nah. Look, Nadia's crying. Yeah. One sec, let me go and make this cup of tea. Yeah, we're at the 30-minute mark, and then once I make this cup of tea, couple biscuits, and I'll get into the main talking point. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13, 14. I mean, like some of these will overlap anyway. Some of these will overlap anyway, but yeah, like 13, 14 points. We see how long it takes, and it hopefully can get this done by the 2 hour mark in it. So I've got about an hour and 25 minutes left. Got my supplement then. We'll leave that till later. Ah, yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to talk about as well. So I met this guy on the job the other day, innit? Cool guy, innit? He's complaining that he's got some problem because basically he works in the freezer section of Tesco, stacking the shelves in the freezer section of Tesco. So you know, like when you go to get your meats and they're frozen, or the frozen food section in Tesco's, and he's saying that he's got some kind of chest pain or something like that or whatever, and he's like, the people them is holding we back, and he feels like they're trying to always put pressure on him and that at work because he's a black man, innit? And obviously I'm working in people's houses, innit? So I'm not going to get too into a debate with these people or whatever, innit? Sometimes I do, like, depends on what the subject is or whatever, innit? But with this man, I didn't even see the fucking point. And I'll tell you why. A man is complaining that he works at Tesco's, stacking shelves in the freezer fucking section of Tesco's. And now he's got some kind of health issue to do with being in the cold for a prolonged period of time or whatever. And he's complaining that he thinks they put him there because he's a black man or whatever, and the people them are oppressed we and whatever nonsense and that. This man's a big fucking man, you know. The man's like 50, 60 years old. Blood, what the fuck are you doing working in the freezer section of Tesco stacking the shelves? Like, he's not just, because this man's from the Caribbean, yeah, one of them small islands in the Caribbean, yeah. But he didn't just come over yesterday or the year before and he didn't have no education being in the Caribbean. No, this guy's been over here for 15 years. Let me tell you something right now. If you're living your life, yeah, and you're struggling at the moment for money, yeah, go and get yourself a fucking trade. You don't have to be an electrician, yeah. You could be a plumber, you could be a carpenter, you could be whatever, plasterer, whatever, in it, yeah. Go and take yourself to trade school. Let me tell you something about being a trade, in the trade. You see, being in the trade, yeah, that is for, you see them white boys that were in school back in the day. You know them white boys that have ADHD, can't fucking sit still and that and there, all throwing papers at man and that, yeah? Well, not me, I'll smack you up, but yeah, all throwing papers and that and getting kicked out of class and getting kicked out of school in year 8 and that. You see a lot of those white boys, they go on to be tradespeople and that, yeah? So don't feel like you need to be some smart brain surgeon or something to be an electrician or a plumber or whatever. Don't get interested. To be an electrician, you have to have a little bit of brains. Yeah, really and truly, a little bit. Yeah, but you can fuck up your whole school life and still become an electrician and earn 60 grand a year. So I don't want to hear no complaining from no one about, I'm on this low wage, whatever. Yeah, you're in England. Yeah, you're in somewhere where you can go and get educated. You can go to the job center I'm not guaranteeing you, I'm not gonna guarantee you 100%, but sometimes the job center funds people's courses. And you know what? Even if you can't get funding from the job center, try somewhere else. If not, fucking save up for a course out of your own pocket. It'll be the best investment you ever do. The best investment. I will say the electrical course might be about 2,500 per year. I don't know. Let's say it's 7.5 grand for the 3 years. I'm telling you right now, once you get that qualification, within about 3 or 4 months, you can earn that money back working on a construction site easily. Easily. When I'm talking about 3 or 4 months, you could earn that back in 2. If you're a qualified electrician, you can go and work on a construction site and earn £1,000 a week easily, no problem. No problem. And when you're on a construction site, you're gonna be fucking about as well. You're gonna be, well, it depends, obviously some construction sites and certain supervisors are now strict, but you're not gonna be working hard working on a construction site. Yeah, they call it slave labor or whatever here and there, but really and truly working on a construction site being an electrician in general is an easy job. But then you got a man complaining about working in the freezer section of Tesco's, and he feels like he's been discriminated because he's a black man. Blood, you shouldn't even be in that fucking position to get discriminated and feel like you're being oppressed because you're a black man and you've been put in the freezer section of Tesco's because you're a black man. But what are you doing? See, this is what I'm saying. Man, don't look at the bigger picture, Why are you in the freezer section of Tesco's stacking shelves and you're 50, 60 years old? Just like man told you that story before. I was watching one podcast and the guy was talking about, yeah, I worked at TGI Fridays for 6 years and I never got a promotion to become manager. Bro, what are you doing working at TGI Fridays for 6 years, man? What are you doing working at TGI Fridays for 6 years, blood? That's a 6 months job. That's boy, I ain't got no money right now and there ain't much job opportunities in it. So boom, let me get a quick job and I'm gonna just ride this out until I can get a better job. As soon as I get a better job, bam, back door, I'm out. What are you doing at TGI Friday for 6 years, fam? You're a madman. And then you have the audacity, the audacity to complain and say the reason why you ain't been promoted to become a manager at TGI Fridays because you're black. Bro, get your black ass out of that fucking restaurant. What are you doing in TGI Friday for 6 years? What are you even doing there for a year? I mean, you could lose a year in the workplace or whatever, innit? But 6 years, nah, fam. There's no smoke without fire, fam. Maybe it's a good thing that you ain't been promoted to manager at TGI Fridays because you know what? If a man is willing to work at TGI Fridays for 6 years with no promotion, promote him to fucking manager. He'll be there until he retires, until the day he's dead. He'll probably die in the kitchen. Fucking stupidness, bro. Let me just eat my foxes while I'm not cussing too bad word in this place. You see that? Man been working there for 10 years, 10 years, blood. How are you working at McDonald's for 10 years? You know there's man who have been on road, gone in for a gun charge, come out, made more money than you working at fucking McDonald's for 10 years and they've been in jail for 5 years for a gun charge, blood. 10 years, but you don't want to be at no workplace for 10 years. You should always be thinking about moving. Moving workplace shows growth unless you're like me. Don't be like me, you get fired every 5 minutes or a minute. But you don't want to see a man gets complacent. A man gets complacent. At Home for Haringey, they was doing the redundancies, innit? So it was getting ready to lay people off and that. Let me tell you something. Man was shook You could see the fear in a man's eyes, you know. When they were getting ready to lay people off, let's say, for example, there's 20 electricians. They said 4 electricians will be going. Let's say there's 10 plumbers. 2 plumbers will be going. Let's say there's 15 carpenters. 3 carpenters were going. And I don't know how they decide who's going to go. Obviously, they said, obviously, you can do voluntary redundancy. If not, they're going to nominate people. However they do it, I don't know. Obviously, they're going to keep the best people on, obviously. Man was shook. These man, why are you scared to get laid off from a job that's only paying you 28 grand a year? 28 grand a year. But that's fucking peanuts, blood. You should be glad that they want to get rid of you. You think I would ever go back to working for 28 grand a year? You must be mad, blood. But this is what happens. People get fucking complacent. How are you as a grown man happy to work for 28 grand a year? In London, you know. To be fair, actually, a lot of these lot live outside of London, so their mortgages and that will be a lot less than London mortgages and that. Plus, they're probably married because they got bitched up and, you get me, a woman done them up and that. So they're probably going half with their missus on the mortgage. Or they could just be a straight up bitch and, you know, they're going 100% on the mortgage while the woman does nothing, brings nothing to the table, whatever. So I don't know what's worse. But anyway, certain man was shook, you know, that they're going to get laid off and fired. Well, they're going to get laid off from work. Blood, what the fuck? Why would you want to be working for 28 grand a year, fam? Yes, man, like Quincy. Get me. We've got some picture with some mountains or something like that. No, I don't even know about no cryptocurrency and that. You see me, I'm a man, I don't jump onto the latest wave, yeah? I don't care what's popping, yeah? If you don't want to invest in this, invest in that, do what you want to do, yeah? But me, just because something's popping, I ain't going to jump on it. I ain't that type of person, fam. I do what I see fit, yeah? I don't care what's popping or whatever, yeah? But anyway, I might as well get into this thing now. It's the 48th minute. Right. Fuck it. Number 1. In no particular order, it's just I've looked through the list and this one, it captured my attention, so I'm just gonna say this one. I'm gonna do this one first, innit? Oh, yeah, foxes, man. Yeah, these are the fucking best. Yeah, foxes are the one, blood. But anyway, all right, number 1. Well, not number 1 on the list, but yeah, this is number 1. Yeah. As I said, not in no particular order. It's just that this one has captured my attention. So get rid of credit cards. You don't need a fucking credit card. You see my philosophy? And my mum always taught me this. If you ain't got it in your bank, yeah, then you don't deserve it, yeah? So if you ain't got no money, yeah, you don't deserve to go on no fucking holiday, yeah? If you ain't got the money in the bank to buy these clothes or these trainers or buy this and buy that, then you're not entitled to it. Do you know why? Because the fact that you ain't got the money for it means that you haven't worked hard for it. Yeah, therefore, you are not entitled to it, fam. But the problem is, and it's not just young people, But, you know, we're trying to save young people out here, obviously. Man want things, but man don't want to do the work for it. You heard me. Man want things, but man don't want to put in the work for it. Man are lazy. Short-term thinking. As I said, a lot of these are going to overlap. A lot of these points are going to overlap. But get rid of fucking credit cards. I met man. Now he ain't young or nothing. He's young in terms of he's not old. He's not a pensioner, but he, you know, he's not really young no more. Whatever. The man's all pushing 40 or whatever. But anyway, I remember when I was an apprentice. Yeah, well, I just came out of my time. But anyway, yeah. So working at Homes of Haringey again. Boom. I met a man. I was talking to a man on a job, and he's talking about going on holiday or whatever, innit? He wasn't going nowhere far. You know, English people. The man's gonna go Tenerife or Spain or somewhere like that, Benidorm, whatever, innit? So boom. He said to me, yeah, he just he paid for the deposit for the holiday using his credit card. I said, "Blah, why don't you pay for it out of your own pocket, like pay for it cash?" He said, "Because I didn't have the money." Well, there you go then, fam. You shouldn't go on a fucking holiday, blah. But how someone explain this to me. How a man feels like he's entitled to go on a holiday although he ain't got the money. If you ain't got the money, for whatever reason, I don't give a fuck what it is, yeah? If you ain't got the money, then you do not deserve to go on holiday. But everyone feels like they're entitled to go on a holiday just because they work 40 hours a week. No, fam. You deserve to go on a holiday when you've done something out of the ordinary or you've been putting in overtime. So let's say, for example, the average person works 40 hours a week. Or if you work 60 hours a week and you've been doing that consistently for 4 or 5 months, then yeah, take a little holiday. But if you're just doing the average stuff, the normal stuff, you don't deserve no holiday. Me, I can always keep beating this dead fucking horse, blood. Remember that job I was at in Holborn for 4.5 months straight? Every day, fam. Every day. My managers were telling me they were going to ban me from the construction site working there on a Saturday and Sunday, fam, because I worked there so much. And even after that, to be fair, COVID did hit, but that didn't make no fucking difference. I did not feel like I was entitled to no holiday. I didn't even think to myself, yeah, I'm going to go on holiday and nothing like that. And I worked there every day for 4.5 months straight. I took 1 day off because I had to do an exam that was important. If I didn't do this exam, I would have lost my accreditation, which is to do with being an electrician or whatever. So I had to do this exam to keep up to date. That's the only reason why. And I was vexed as well because I lost out on £400 because my Sunday was worth £400 to me. So if I work on a Sunday, I earn £400. I was vexed, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Yeah, man, I had to do it, man. And even then, a man worked, and it weren't some little idiot shift where, man's just doing like 8 to 4. No, blood, 8 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, even certain times during the week, Monday to Friday, a man was working till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, man was on the job, fam. Don't get it twisted. I was a manager, but I was still there. I was still putting in the work, still putting in the hours. Other young people, hey, fuck that, man. Yeah, I gotta go do this and do that and do. No, I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in my future and that. But yeah, back to the original point. Yeah, man, for stop going and taking out these credit cards and that. Like one of the man them called up the other day. Actually, no, I'll talk about this point later on during the live stream. But anyway, yeah, man, for stop using credit cards and that. And then people use this dumb excuse as well. Oh, well, if I don't take out a credit card, then my credit score ain't going to be that good. Listen, let me tell you, I won't be able to get a mortgage that I'm never really going to get. I'm just saying it because it sounds cool. Yeah, it sounds like the right thing to say. I'm never going to get a mortgage if I don't have a good credit score and that. So I need to take out a credit card. Let me tell you something right now. I've got 2 mortgages at this moment in time. Yeah, I've got this house and I've got my flat around the corner. I've never had a credit card before. Yeah, my credit score was like 800 and something. Yeah, I think the max is like 900 and something. I don't really know about credit scores too tough. Now I checked my credit score just before I got the property because obviously I have to do a credit check for myself and then submit it to my mortgage broker. And you have to check your credit score. Now my credit score wasn't perfect. It wasn't 100%. It was like 90%, which was about 800 and something. Now, my thing is, because I've never defaulted, I've never missed any payments or nothing like that. What has happened in the past is like, like, because I've got multiple different bank accounts and that, all with like Santander, but I've got different accounts and that. So, like you forget to top up one account. You forget to put money in one account. So, for example, you've got 2 current accounts, but in one current account, you get all your wages paid. And then in the other current account, you have some bills coming out of both of the current accounts or whatever in it. So I had to keep one topped up so the bills get paid for. Now a couple of times Santander sent me an email and a text saying, "Oh, you better put some money in your account within the next few hours, motherfucker, or you're gonna default or whatever in it." So I always do, but I don't think that goes against me because that's happened to me bare times. I always have the money. It's just I forget to top up that account or whatever in it, but. To be fair, I don't think that's happened to me anyway. Yeah, so I've never defaulted or nothing like that. I've never had bailiffs come into our man's yard or whatever, nothing like that. The only thing is I get these little reminders, but I don't think the reminders goes against me or nothing because that's happened a lot of times. So, yeah, my credit score is good, but it's not perfect. Now, maybe if you don't have a credit score, but your credit is perfect, i.e., you always pay your bills, you pay your direct debits on time, no one's ever sending you letters, none of that nonsense, whatever in it. Maybe it can only go up so far. Maybe it can only go up to 90%, which is about 800. Maybe you need to have a credit card to give you that extra little boost, extra little top up to make it perfect. Maybe, I don't know. Anyone who knows about finances, feel free to put down in the comment section below or whatever in it. Yeah? I don't know. But the whole point of this is you do not need a fucking credit card to get a good credit score because I'm the living proof. I've never had a credit card in my life. Like Barclays Bank, a Vanquish card or Barclay card, but that goes straight in the fucking bin, blood. Straight in the bin. Like leftover chicken bones, yeah? I'm not interested in no fucking credit card, blood. Not interested in no credit card. All of this, to boost up your credit, just take out a credit card, buy a PlayStation, pay it off quickly, and then cut out the credit card in front of it. No, fuck that shit, man. You don't need no credit card to get a good credit score. I've got 2 mortgages and I've never had a credit card. Argument done. Number 2, fam. Piss me off in this blood clot and that. No, you don't need a credit card, yeah? You don't need a credit card. That's why men are in debt. That's why man cannot save money. Because you're paying off things that you don't need. Yeah? If you ain't got the money for it, then you don't deserve it. End of story. Remember that. Bumperclaw ants. For some reason, I've got a lot of ants coming into my house now, man. I've got all that kind of like ant infestation now. All right, number 2. What's number 2? Oh, all right. Do this one. This one is relevant to everybody because most people, 90% of people had this opportunity, but they decided, oh, I'm a big man or I'm a big woman, so I ain't gonna do this no more. Yeah? All right. stay at your blood clot parents' house for as long as possible. Now, there are some people they were unable to live at their parents' house for whatever reason. I don't know. No. Maybe they moved country because for work purposes or their parents abandoned them, whatever. I'm not too sure. But 90% of people have and had the opportunity to live with their parents, and they decided, you know what? I want my independence. I feel like a big person now, so I'm gonna move out. Well, you're a fool because it's a luxury to be able to live at your parents' house and save money. Don't get it twisted though. There are some fucking working class parents, and I need to make a video about this as well, and I will. There's some working class parents. This really pisses me off because my mum never dealt with man like that. This is why man loves my mum so much, yeah? To my mum. There's some working class parents, because I believe it's only working class parents that do this. Working class parents see their children as an income. Like me, I used to just chip in and give my mum a little bit of money, but my mum was cool with it. For one, I'm not a big spender. There's no Mercedes outside. I'm not in Balmain. I'm not wearing Gucci sneakers or nothing like that. Yeah? So I used to give my mum a little bit of money because my mum knows that man's saving my money, and I proved it. That's why I got this. That's why I got that. Yeah. There's some working class parents, they charge their children like £500 a month for rent. £500 a month for rent. Blood, you could fucking rent a council house for a little bit less than that, or roughly. I'm sure in London, the council houses are about £500 a month. In Northampton, to be fair, that was a bedsit. That was that was a bedsit. So yeah, 1 bedroom studio, or whatever you want to call it. I met some woman. She said she was paying £70 a week, which is 280. But obviously that's a one bed bedsit, so which is like a studio flat thing. But anyway, £500 a month. That's fucking robbery. Only working class parents do that kind of bullshit usually. And when I say these parents are charging their youths £500, but their youths are not, their kids are not even earning money like that. Obviously, if you're some high flying banker or whatever, then yeah, and you're earning 10 grand a month, yeah, bust your mum £500 a month. Yeah, that's cool. But these men are not no high flying bankers. These men are not on 10 grand a month. These men are barely scraping 15 grand a month, 1,500 a month, yeah? And their parents are talking about, yeah, give me £500 a month, man. But if you're at home with your parents and you can live for free or live for virtually nothing, stay at home as long as you can and save your fucking money. Do not stay at home and the money that you could be saving, go and buy a flashy car. I was at a boy's house the other day. I'm in his yard talking to his mum. I don't know who this woman is. Obviously, I'm just working in the tenant's house, whatever. And gone to see this woman to go and test her house, whatever. Innit? I hear one car pull up, vroom, vroom, like some loud exhaust or whatever. Innit? Yeah? And the son's come through the back door, whatever. Innit? And I hear them not talking or whatever. Innit? And she was like, "Oh, I wish I could drive a car like yours or whatever in it." Now, obviously, they didn't say what car he was driving or whatever. And he said, that's the good thing about living at home for free or whatever. And I said, I said, boy, well, you're going to be living in that car, boy, because with that attitude, that mentality, you ain't going to go and fucking save up to buy no property. Because your mind is, oh, yeah, let me live at home for free and not save. Let me live at home for free and then go and spend all my money on a fucking car just to show off and get validation from the people. It's just stupid. The mind of a young person is just ridiculous. It's like a thief in a jewelry shop that's unattended. They don't know what to do with themselves. Like they just go fucking mad. Me, I've never been like that with money. When money comes into my hand, it stays. I don't know, maybe because I used to buy and sell Crispin drinks in school, but I've always been good with money. You know, when I get money, I don't feel like there's some people, they feel like they need to spend money, like almost like it's fucking contagious. Like if it stays in their hand too long, it's gonna fucking melt their hands or something like that. It's just ridiculous, man. It's nonsense. See, that's decent. When I was living at home, my stepmom was charging me £120 a month. That's beautiful, man. When you're in a position like that, you can save money. No, it's £500 a month. £500 a month. You're charging your youth 6 bags a year. 6 bags a year. But my mortgage on my second flat, I'm doing interest only, so I'm not paying off the capital. I'm just doing interest only. It's only £106 or something like that. Yeah. Furthermore, fuck the flat. My mortgage on this house is £453 a month. So if your mother or your dad is charging you £5 a month, you're paying more than I am for a fucking property. And I am investing in this property every time I make a payment. You're giving your mum £500, that's going straight into her back pocket. I don't want to hear no bullshit because these parents try play the card. Oh yeah, I'm just saving it for my child. You're not saving nothing, man. You're going on holiday with that money, man. You're going on holiday with that money. But yeah, if you can stay at your parents' house, stay at your parents' house and save your money. Like I said earlier, man was working at Holmes for Haringey earning 28 grand a year. I used to take home 1,800, and I would save roughly about £1,000 a month. Yeah, maybe £900 some months, maybe 1,100 some months. Because I might do private work or whatever in it. Obviously, the months where I would save a little bit less is that I might be fixing my bike or fixing my car or something like that. So I'm not always going to be able to save up £1,000, but averagely in a year, I'll save up 10 grand a month, 10 grand a year. That was through living at home with my mum. Now, I could have been an idiot. Oh, you're not going to hear a dog barking in a minute, that fucking pussy old dog. But I could have been an idiot, and instead of saving 10 grand a year, I could have said, oh, you know what? Let me just put down on an Audi TT or you know, something sporty, something flashy. Yeah, or the cool BMW 2 Series, or even a Mercedes. Yeah, because Mercedes is not expensive. It's only £300, £400 a month for a Mercedes. Depends on what one you're going to get as well. You can get Mercedes for less than £300 a month, probably as well. Yeah, I could have done that, but I decided not to, because you know what? There was more important things to do and to get hold of than fucking driving a nice car just to impress people. Stay at your blood clot parents' house and save your money. You know how many people out here right now who are in their mid to late 30s, 40s and that, who if they could go back in time, they would have stayed at their mom's house so that they could save up money. And it's mad. It's just history repeats itself. That I might be saving 1 or 2 people or helping to influence 1 or 2 people in the right way right now, but there's still a lot of people out there, and a lot of people who are going to watch this right now do not go listen to what man say. Man like, hey, why London? What's going on, fam? So yeah, stay at your parents' house. Man ain't even got a fucking name, just call him 2 Dot. Yeah, so 2 Dot, you're 17, stay at your mother's yard. Once you start working in that, stay at your parents' house if you can. Yeah. And another thing with this as well, about people not staying at their parents' house as well. Let me tell you something right now, yeah, because some people say, oh, I can't stay at my mum's yard or stay at my parents' house because I don't get along with them and that. Do you know why you don't get along with your parents and that? You're not busy enough. Let me tell you something. Even me, for example, you see when I was working at that Holborn job, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You know I never used to see my mum, you know? Like, I would get up at like 6 in the morning or something like that. My mum's nice though. My mum used to make me a cup of tea in the morning. So I'll go in the shower for like 30 minutes. You know me, I'm a black man. So I'll take long in the shower and I'll come out and there'll be a cup of tea waiting for me or whatever, innit? Obviously not in the Santander, because I was at my mum's yard. So anyway, so there'll be a cup of tea waiting for me, innit? But I'll wake up at 6 a.m., get out of the shower at 6:30 or whatever, and maybe my shower take 30 minutes. But anyway, boom. I'd see my mum in the morning. I might cross paths with my mum in the morning. That's it. I'll be at work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'll come home at 9. Because remember, it takes me an hour to get to and from work, yeah? An hour there, hour back. I'll come home at 9. My dinner will be in the microwave. I might catch a glimpse of my mum. She might come downstairs to get a drink or something. Other than that, I don't see my mum. I never used to see my mum from Monday to Friday. I would not have a full conversation with my mum Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday, if I was available, me and my mama's boy, I'll go and pick up my mum from work. So yeah, I'll go and pick her up and I'll talk to her then. But other than that, I never used to see my mum. How can I be getting on my mum's nerves, or how can my mum be getting on my nerves if I don't see her? If you're living at your parents' house, you need to make sure you're keeping yourself busy. Go to work, yeah? So wherever you work in your shift or whatever, you get off at 5, you get home at 6. Why are you not going to the gym? Why are you not pursuing something? Like you might be writing a book or doing a YouTube thing or whatever in it, extracurricular activities. I know obviously COVID or whatever in it, yeah, but let's talk about pre-COVID or post-COVID or whatever in it, yeah. Why are you not doing stuff to keep yourself busy? You should be out of your yard between the hours of 8 a.m. to about 7, 9 p.m. That's when you should be coming home. Relax or whatever for 1 or 2 hours, go to bed at 11 or 12 o'clock at night, boom, get up, do the same thing again. You live that routine, yeah, where you get up and that and you're out of the house at 8 a.m., you come home at 5, you go to the gym or you go and check your brethren or you do something productive with your life, like you're building a YouTube channel or you're writing a book or whatever in it, practicing martial arts, I don't know, you're doing something productive with your life and you get home at 9 o'clock, you ain't gonna have no time to be getting into no arguments with your parents. But what happens is people have got too much time on their hands. People are going to work and coming home and just watching TV, watching bullshit on TV, watching the news, getting pranked over bullshit over the news. That's why you can't get along with your parents and that, because you're in their face too much. You ain't got a life. Bunny and weed. That man said bunny and weed, fam. That's what I'm saying, fam. If you're busy, you won't see your parents, blood. You won't see your parents, fam. And that's good. That's good. You won't see your parents, fam. All right, number 3. So yeah, stay at your parents' house so you can save money. Yeah, it's a gift, it's a privilege to be able to stay at your parents' house and save money. For a young person watching this right now, you might think, oh, well, man, not chatting shit. Yeah, remember this video, fam. Remember this live stream, my brother. Remember this when you're 40 years old, fam. And you ain't got 2 pence to rub together. Or you're struggling to save up to buy a property, to get a mortgage. You're gonna wish that you listened to a man especially when you was in that position to save up money. If you can't stay with your parents because you really don't get along with your parents or whatever, try and find an auntie or uncle or a grandma, granddad or whatever in it, yeah. You have to try and find someone you can live at their house for a low cost. Even if you're going to be moving far outside or outside of your area or whatever in it, blood, do it. But some people, oh, well, I'm going to be away from my friend. Man, fuck your friends, blood. These are the same people who will chat shit about you behind your back. These are the same people. Start driving a nice car. Start earning 50, 60 grand a year. Start going on 1, 2 holidays that you're not entitled to. Yeah? And watch them start chatting shit about you behind your back. Oh, my man's moving different, you know. So don't worry about your friends. Yeah? You don't really have no friends. You have friends, but you don't have as much friends as you think. Trust me. Trust me, I know. That's what I mean. This is why I'm so focused, because I don't give a fuck about what anyone's opinion is. Because no one is putting no money in my back pocket. And if you ain't putting no money in my back pocket and you ain't helping me to move forward, I don't need you. I don't need you. All that I got Nobody on this earth gave me a penny to anything I've got. None of my free properties. I got 3 properties. I got a car. I got a motorbike. Nobody put a penny into any of them apart from me. So why would any of my friends' opinions and that on me really count? All right, so that was number 2. All right. Fuck it. We'll run with this one. Number 3. Fucking hell, man. I need to get through this list quicker, car. I got 10 more to do, and I ain't going to bed at all midnight and that. I'm trying to avoid that. Stop taking girls to expensive restaurants, especially if she ain't your gal as well. Too many men on their first date with a gal, they all go into some mad restaurants, Like, what's that place there? Gauchos. I think that Hakkasan place is expensive and that. Just all these mad places. Man all spending £120 on a first date with a girl. And he ain't touched it yet, blood. You must be mad and this is the sneaky mentality of man. Man feel like they need to impress girls with their wallet. Why don't you impress a girl with your charisma, how you are as a man? Yeah, that's the best asset you have. Yeah, who you are as a person. Because you might not always be able to take girls to this restaurant, that restaurant, or whatever, innit? Yeah, but you will always be the same person, pretty much. You shouldn't rely on your money. You shouldn't rely on like how much you earn to impress a girl, whatever. Yeah. Furthermore, you shouldn't even be trying to impress no girl. But what I'm saying is like a woman's got to like you for you, not for where you can take her or what experience she can go on with you. Obviously, don't get twisted. Every now and then it's nice to go to a nice fancy restaurant and that, but don't be fucking burning your money out here and really spending high just to take a girl out on these days. And you know what? If you're coming across these girls, these Gucci bag girls and that, like, a man has to take me to this restaurant for a first date. Tell them yeah, I ain't gonna say it, innit? Yeah, tell them to keep it moving. Yeah, kick rocks. Kick rocks. I had a girl. Yeah, listen. This is when I was 17. This girl was also 17. She was from around the corner, Chingford. I met her, and she said to me, yeah, talking along the lines of, yeah, taking her to lobster and stuff. What? Eat lobster? What? But I'm 28, fam. Now I still ain't had lobster or whatever. So why the fuck am I at 17 gonna take a girl out on a date to lobster? Blood, my dates were in my fucking bedroom when I was 17, fam, about taking a girl out, man. You must be mad. You see them high maintenance girls like that? Not interested. Remember what I said earlier during the live stream? I was saying that a girl has to follow my program, yeah? Or I ain't dealing with her. If a girl feels like, oh, I need to take her to expensive restaurant, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Go find some other sucker to finance some lavish lifestyle. Do you know why these girls want to go Hakkasan and Lockham and Gauchos and that? Let me tell you why they want to go to all these expensive restaurants. That's all they want to do. Yeah? That's all they want to do. They want to go to these fancy restaurants to snap and take pictures on Instagram. That's why if you ever go to these fancy restaurants with these girls, they will tell you to be paparazzi for them and take pictures. Oh, yeah. Or they're gonna stand with one leg in front so they make their bum look big or whatever, yeah? In front of the sign that says Lockham or Hakkasan or Tarshish or all these nonsense and that stupid places there. just so they can put it up on their Instagram. Oh, I went here, I went there, or whatever. That's why they want you to take them there. Like, come on, is the food really that good? Is the food in fucking Tarshish? No, Tarshish is nice, but it ain't even expensive. But is the food in like these places like Lockham or whatever, these expensive places, is the food really that much better than the cheaper shops, the cheaper alternative on the high street? No, it's the fucking same. Don't get it twisted. It's nice to go to a nice restaurant. Yeah. It's nice to go to a nice restaurant. I get it, but nah, man. Not if it's breaking the bank, man. Not if it's breaking the bank. And furthermore, even if it's not breaking the bank, what has that girl done to deserve going to a fucking nice, fancy, flashy restaurant? What does she deserve? Why does she deserve to go to a restaurant like that? That's what you need to ask yourself, fam. You think about taking a girl out to a nice fancy restaurant, ask yourself, what has this girl done to deserve me taking her out to this fancy restaurant? Or I'll take you to a fancy restaurant, or I'll take you to Tinseltown. That's where you're going. Yeah, man, idiot thing that, man. Yeah. Man like Shan, what's going on? She's getting a picnic if she's lucky. You're damn, damn right, fam. You're damn right. Trust me. Trust me. Cheap drinks. Because the girl needs to like you for you. Let me tell you something right now, yeah? There's some people that see, oh, what, cheap drinks? Oh, that's some idiot thing. No, fam. Let me tell you something. If Drake said to a fucking girl, meet me in a dark alleyway, that motherfucker will be there. If Drake said our date is in a dark alleyway, that girl will go and fucking meet Drake, yeah? So why is it not acceptable for me to take a girl out for drinks? Or I don't drink alcohol, so I take a girl out for a milkshake in Tinseltown, something like that. Why is it not acceptable? If Drake told a girl, come to a park bench and we're going to drink bottles of Evian water, that girl will fucking be there. So if it's good enough for them man, them man there, it's good enough for me. Yeah. All right, number four. So yeah, number 3, stop taking girls out to expensive restaurants and that. You're wasting your fucking money. My man said, I'll take a woman to McDonald's, you know. All right, boom. So number 4. Live a minimalistic lifestyle. I fucking fumbled on that word there, man. Live a minimalistic lifestyle. You don't need all these flashy things. Like I said before, a lot of these things are going to overlap. Yeah, but that's just the nature of what I'm talking about. But live a minimalistic lifestyle. You don't need all these flashy things in your life. Eh? I don't want to talk too much because obviously it's going to go into other points and that. But man, for live a lot more basic. Eh? A lot of stuff, think about the things that you've got in your life that you don't need. And if you don't have, and if that list is very small, then that's good. But if you've got a lot of stuff in your life and you feel like, do you know what? I don't really need this stuff. Then you need to get rid of it. You need to get rid of it, especially if you're not able to save money. Put it this way, there's certain people out here, and I respect them for this as well. They've said to me, boy, if I'm starting to fall behind on my bills and that, then I'm getting rid of Sky. Yeah, get rid of your Sky, get rid of your Virgin Media and that. Because those things are luxuries, blood. What I got a man like Tony always saying, get rid of Sky, get rid of Virgin Media. Yeah, those things are fucking luxuries, blood. You don't need them. Yeah. You need a roof over your head, you need a bed to sleep in, running water and food in the fridge. Yeah, that's enough. Everything else is a fucking luxury. Car as well. But live a minimalistic lifestyle, man. Live a minimalistic lifestyle. Listen, I'm the king of minimalism, yeah? Guys, I keep showing you this, man. The infamous empty living room, yeah? That's what I'm talking about, that blood. And man, I don't need fucking sofas or anything like that. Because me, I'm a man, I'm too busy. This goes back to what I was saying about living at your parents' house and having too much time on your hands. That's why you're getting pissed off and annoyed with your parents and that. You've got too much time on your hands. You think I've got time on my hands to be sitting down watching TV? No. I was actually having a little rest earlier and I had to get up because I had to do my paperwork for work and I have to make sure I've eaten so I can do this live stream, because after the live stream I'm going straight to bed. I'm just going to brush my teeth, wash my face, go straight to bed. I ain't got time to be fucking about or whatever. Yeah. I ain't got time to be sitting down watching TV. I had to watch. So basically what I do is when I produce any kind of video, whether it's like a little snippet from a live stream, if it's a normal video that I've made, or especially if I made a video where it's like a vlog or a video where I've edited it, I have to watch the whole video from beginning to end. So I made a weekend vlog a couple of days ago and it's going to come out on Friday, which is, it's Tuesday today, in 3 days time. I had to watch that video. I had to book that in. Like, okay, 30 minutes, because the video is like 28 minutes long. 30 minutes, I'm going to sit down and watch this vlog from beginning to end. Like, that's how busy I am. I ain't got time to be chilling on those sofas and watching TV. I'm too busy, man. Too busy, man. But yeah, man, for live a minimalistic lifestyle, innit? Yeah, there's a lot of things that you have in your life that you don't need, i.e. going on all these holidays and that. Number 5. Oh, yeah, I like this one, actually. Number 5. Now, this one ain't really got anything to do with technically saving money or avoiding debt, but I had to just throw this one in there anyway. Stop relying on trading. So, like Forex trading or TradeX or whatever in it. Stop relying on that shit. Do you know the biggest problem I have with trading and that is, there's a couple problems I have with it, but one of them is people feel like nowadays they don't need to get education. They don't need to put in no hard work, especially when they see people being successful off of trading or claiming to be successful from trading. There's so many things that are pushed in our face nowadays about trading, to the point where you could be a 15-year-old in school, yeah? And you could be on YouTube and you might watch a lot of like financial videos and that. And it's like when you watch certain genre categories of videos, then they put adverts to do with those videos in your face. So if you watch stuff to do with finances and that, they'll always pop up, oh yeah, trading 212 and all this nonsense and that. If you're a 15-year-old watching this and you go and watch other people's, like, they might do like a their success stories on trading or whatever. If you're a 15-year-old youth in school and you watch people's success stories of trading after you've seen a couple adverts and that, and a man said, yeah, I was trading for 3 years and now I'm earning, 300 grand a year, whatever, trading, I'm just on my laptop. Like, and they're on some fucking beach in Mexico and in Cancun or something like that. Yeah, I'm living a lifestyle, whatever. Yeah, a 15-year-old's gonna say and watch that and see and think to himself, fuck this school thing, fuck being a lawyer, fuck being a electrician, fuck being an accountant, fuck being a doctor, whatever. Why am I going to do that? Why am I going to study in college for 2 years, then go to uni for 3 or 4 years? So we're looking at between 5 and 6 years or whatever, just to go and earn 40 grand a year and have some dickhead boss breathing down my neck, when I can work on my own schedule, when I can work from a laptop, when I don't even have to be in any particular country because the internet is global. Fuck education. I'm going to go and become a trader. That's my problem with trading. It makes people lazy. I know, man. They have no education. They are of no use to anyone in this world in terms of employment. So what do? They fucking trade because that's all they got going for them. Trading is an excuse for man. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if they're making money from it. I don't care. That is the wrong philosophy to have. How are your kids going to learn from you if you have kids? Even if you become a successful trader, what you've just told your kid is you don't need to go to school. You can just wing it. You don't need to go to school. You can just wing it. All you need to do is just jump on a laptop, make sure you have Wi-Fi and you can make money. That's their meaning to life. It's nonsense. Nonsense. Shit, man, I feel like these ants are crawling all over me, man. Fucking. There was one on this table earlier, so if you see me itching, it might just all be in my head though, man. I feel like there's ants crawling all over, man, and that. But yeah, this trading thing is nonsense, man. I'll never and the trading thing as well. The mentality is get rich quick or get rich without putting any hard work. Don't get it twisted though. Them trading people, they do have to study the trading thing. I'm not gonna lie. But still, you still don't need to put in as much work to become a trader to become an electronic engineer or doctor or fucking accountant or whatever, innit? Yeah. It's just for lazy people. That's the way I see it, man. I swear, if it isn't ants, it's some called flying tick-looking things. Rascal. Do you know what I think that is? It might be one of them fruit fly things, actually, All right, one sec. Yeah, Shan hit the fucking nail on the head. It's gambling. It is gambling. Well, yeah, if you don't know what you're doing. I see it as high-class gambling. What do you call it? Trading and that. Because you're putting money on the line, man. You are basically gambling. Anyway, Jordan Max, walk on Jordan Max, 23 life. Jay, fully agree with you, but I think going forward you need something that is online. COVID has probably the word should is showing us that. Yeah. Look. If you want to become a trader, trade. Yeah, cool. But make sure you still do your normal 9 to 5 thing or whatever in it. Yeah. If you're pursuing a business, pursue a business. If you're working a job, whatever in it. Yeah. But the trading thing should be on the side. There's some people like, no, I'm not gonna go to school, whatever in it. Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna be trading. No. No. That needs to stop. That needs to stop. Number 6. This is the big one. Stop financing cars. Do you know how much people are in debt from financing cars? For what? I'll tell you what. It's to impress your fucking friends and your neighbors and that. Don't get it twisted. It's nice. It's nice to drive a brand new car. I've driven just 1 or 2 brand new cars in my life because I've always owned a second-hand car. But it is nice to drive a brand new car. But I'm telling you one thing right now. You see, so like when you're on the road tomorrow, observe the young people that you see, people who are like 22 to like 28. Observe those people who are driving the flashy cars, the Mercedes, the BMWs, the Audi TTs and that. Yeah? The people who are 22 to 28. Observe those people. Yeah? Now, observe the people who are like 40, 45, even late 30s, who are driving shit cars. Ford Galaxy, yeah, just some dead cars, like just some dead car. You know, like man's driving a people carrier, or my man's driving like a 20-year-old BMW 3 Series. Eh? You see those people that are driving those shit cars now, who are like late 30s, early 40s and that. Please believe they were the same people who you see today driving those flashy cars, who are the age between 22 and 28. So the people then that you see now, maybe some of your family members, depending on how old you are, like maybe some of your friends, depending on how old you are, but definitely some of your family members right now, you see them, you're like, right, they're driving some shit car. Please believe a lot of them were driving a flashy car back in the day. A lot of them who are in their 40s and late 30s who are driving a shit car now, when they were 22 to 28, they had the best car ever. They had the latest car. No, obviously they wouldn't have no Ferrari or nothing. We ain't getting crazy. But out of the modern cars that you just see the average person driving and that, they had the top of the top range. Most people who are driving a shit car now, back in the day, they had some top of the range car. Now, like for my mom's generation, people who's like 50 years old and that, even if it weren't the Mercedes, they would have had another car, like, you know, like that Alfa Romeo. Because back in the day, the Alfa Romeo, like that car was like, yeah, it weren't like some prestigious car, nothing like that, like, oh, like a Mercedes or a Jaguar or whatever in it. But it was still like a nice car. I remember a couple of them Alfa Romeos back in the day. Apparently they're shit mechanically in it, but yeah, they were a nice car and that. There were people driving them flashy cars and that, or like some of the equivalent of the cars today, like put it this way, like some people would drive were driving back in the day. There was a car called the R32, which was a Volkswagen Golf R32, so like a 3.2 liter, really high power engine. They're proper fast cars and that. A lot of people were driving them kind of cars back then. Now they're driving some shit fucking beat up piece of meat wagon. Like, this is what happens, man. This is what happens. Man, for stop financing cars, man. Yeah. Even if you don't get to watch the whole of this, let me chat to my man. Even if you don't get to watch the whole of this video, yeah, just go back over it tomorrow and just skim through it and just get the points. But yeah, I've got like a list of 13, so I'm on number 6. I've got about 7. I've got about 7 left. But yeah, man, stop financing cars. Because if you finance a car now between the age of 22 and 28 or whatever, more than likely you're going to be driving some shit car when you're fucking 35, 40, 45 years old. I'm telling you, history, let me tell you something right now. Remember this and remember this forever. History repeats itself. People follow the same pattern as their predecessors. Like I said before in other live streams, other videos, if you don't know where you're headed, just look at someone who's on the same path you're on now, who's older than you. A man said to me, When I left the building one time, when I was working at Home Harringay, and I walked out of the main doors, me, I always got like a screw face and that. And he said, oh, don't worry. Only 40 more years left of this, because he's assuming man's 25 or whatever, innit? And I was going to retire at 65, innit? I was thinking to myself, nah. And at that time, if I didn't know where I was heading, if I didn't know where I was going to be as an electrician at the age of 40 years old or 50 years old, all I had to do is just look at my counterparts. All I had to do is just look at, because I used to work with man who is 40, 50 years old and they're an electrician. Well, if I walk down the same path as them as an electrician, of course I'm gonna end up the same way as them. 102 properties and a family. Like, that's so basic, but I don't want that. I want more than that. Now, if that's all right for you, then do that. Yeah, but that's not all right for me. Yeah, man, like Clark, what are you saying, fam? Long time no see, definitely 100%, fam. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, if you don't know where you're headed in life, just look around. Follow. If you don't like where your parents are in life now, then whatever path they follow, whatever path they walk down, get off that path. Because if not, you're gonna end up just like them. So if you grew up in a council house and your parents then were struggling, then guess what? If you don't make any changes to get off that path, then you're going to end up in a council house struggling with your youths. And their youths are going to do it. And their youths are going to do it. And their youths are going to do it. And all throughout your bloodline, everyone's going to be screaming, oh, the people there, man, they are oppressed, we is black and we can't get nowhere because of the color of our skin and that. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. But yeah, man, for stop financing cars, man. Waste of fucking money, bro. Yeah, man, for stop financing cars, man. Telling you. And now that I've said this to you, watch, one day, maybe in about a couple of months' time, you're going to come across a few older people, whatever, and they're going to tell you about the cars that they used to drive back in the day. Like, yeah, I used to have this flashy car back in the day and that. And then when you look outside, they're just driving some banger, fam. Do you know why? Because they bit off more than they could handle. They wanted to drive a flashy car just for validation from the people. That you really see, man, pull up, yeah, at the traffic lights, and a man's really looking over because he's in his car, and he wants you to look at him, you know, or she wants you to look at her, whatever, in it, yeah. But these people need to realize they're just trying to get validation from people that they don't know for 10 seconds, people who they will never ever see or meet again. What's the fucking point? And even if you are going to see these people again, even if they are family members or whatever who know that you drive this flashy car or whatever, you're just going to get hate from it anyway. Yeah, they'll smile up in your face. Yeah, rate you for your car and that. But secretly, they want you to crash that car because your car outshines them. But you're doing it for validation for these people. It's long, fam. Only, Lisa finance a car if you really can afford it, not just doing it and scraping. But you know how much people end up in fucking debt because, there's some people even worse. They get their car taken away from them. Oh, that happens to a lot of people. Man get their car taken away from them. Yeah, man financing his car, man defaulting on the finance, boom, car's gone. Car's gone. I know people driving Mercedes and that, yeah. Finance is a bit fucked up or whatever. They have to get rid of the Mercedes. Then they're driving back to driving a Vauxhall Corsa. How can you go from driving a Mercedes to a Vauxhall Corsa? How? How can you go from driving a fucking BMW, like a high class, like high power BMW, like, I don't know, like a 5 Series or something like that, to then go back to driving a fucking Fiat. So stop financing cars if you can't really afford it. Yeah. If you're earning decent money, if you want to finance a car, do what you want to do. Yeah. But if you ain't on no serious money or nothing like that, do not be financing no Mercedes. Man are going to uni and man are using their student loans and maintenance and all that nonsense to go and finance a brand new car. If you're in uni, you don't really need a car. But if you do need a car, if you're in uni, bruv, you should be driving some shit little car. Drive some shit little £500 car. And then you know what? When you're making big bucks, you can laugh at the fact that you used to drive that shit little car and now you're driving a fucking Jaguar or S-Class Mercedes or whatever. Sometimes it's good to struggle in the beginning, you know, just so it's something to remember, something to laugh about when you're older. Me, I remember fucking working as an apprentice, working for like £5.50 an hour. Yeah, rolling around in dirt, yeah, getting proper dirty at work. And then I get a job where I'm earning £300 a day, £400 a day, sitting in an office, coordinating because I'm a fucking manager. Literally sitting down in the office, talking to my colleagues, coordinating because I'm the manager, earning £300 a day, when before a man was earning about, what, if I was on £5 an hour, and I'm doing 7.5 hours, that's £37.50. Call it £40 a day, getting dirty, working hard. And then a couple of years later, I'm sitting in the office, relaxing, talking to my colleagues, and earning £300 for the day. So I'm saying, right. So that was number 6. Obviously, as I said, some of these going to overlap in it, but like, oops. Obviously, I mentioned this before, but I need to mention it again. Wasting money on holidays. So it's not even about, so this particular point, it's not even necessarily about going on holiday to actually enjoy themselves. So these people who are going on these holidays and that, they're not even going on a holiday to enjoy themselves. The chicks are going on holidays just to say they've gone to this destination. Like I said earlier, the reason why these girls, they tell certain man, you need to take them to Gaucho, you need to take them to this expensive restaurant, so they can do this, yeah, all of this, yeah, snapping all this nonsense. These girls are going on these holidays. Come on, you see, I don't need to explain this stuff. Don't get on my nerves tonight, fam. You've seen on Instagram all these girls taking all these pictures by the poolside, by the beach and that, in all these different countries and that. Do you know what they probably do? They probably just pay some little cheap money to stay in one cheap shit hotel just so that they could say they've been to this destination. Or furthermore to that, what is even more worse and even more embarrassing, there's some people, gal as well, and man them as well, they go on holiday, right? And they take pictures, but they don't release all the pictures at once. What they do is they kind of save the pictures and they release them over a few months to make it look like they're still actively going on holiday and that. This is what social media has done to people, made them feel like they need to go on holidays to take all these pictures and that. So the chicks are going on holidays just to take pictures in these locations, just to look like she's on fire or whatever. Don't get twisted. This ain't just about gal. Man, them are doing this nonsense as well. Yeah, man, them are going to places like Dubai and that just to say, yeah, I've been here, I've been there, I'm in this location, that location, just to stunt and show gal. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. I got money in that. Renting Rolls Royces. Why are you renting a Rolls Royce for? Man, are really going to Dubai to rent a Rolls Royce for what? For what? Why do you feel like you need to rent a Rolls Royce in Dubai? The reason why they're doing it is so that they can show other people in Dubai, oh yeah, I'm on that level. People need to grow up, man. Grow up. Where is it? Oh yeah. So this takes me on to point. Oh, that's a slip there, man. Fucking hell, man's got fucking. This talking about Dubai. This takes me to the next point. But I've actually been before. I mean, Dubai is not for me. You know me, I ain't flashy like that. So everyone wants to move to Dubai. So before, years ago, raw. Oh, Suki, where the fuck did that comment go? Anyway, shit. Everyone wants to move to Dubai. So years ago, and still now anyway, like everyone wants to move to America. Everyone wants to move to America. Now, people want to move to Dubai now. That's the new one. Yeah? Especially during like, I'll say within the last 6 months, because I think like Dubai was one of those places where you could go and party or whatever during the COVID or whatever, innit? I hear a lot of people talk like, yeah, I want to move to Dubai, I want to move to Dubai. But you don't want to fucking move to Dubai, blood. Yeah? Do you know how hot that fucking place is, blood? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. People watch TV and that think, yeah, man, I want to move to Dubai and that. Do you know why? Because you're thinking about partying and that. You're not thinking about living in certain places. You know how many people I know say to me, yeah, I would love to live in Jamaica. I would love to move to Jamaica. But you don't want to move to Jamaica, fam. Yeah, don't get twisted. Like, you get me? I can't say that's my motherland, but it ain't my home. Cause I never grew up there. But that's the motherland, innit? Man love Jamaica, innit? Yeah, you get me? Man's got the flag. Yeah, man love Jamaica, innit? But I would not want to move to Jamaica. I am staying put in England. Yeah, I love being Jamaican and that, but I would never want to move to Jamaica. Yeah, they ain't got the facilities, they ain't got the fucking amenities like how England has. Yeah, you do not want to move to fucking Jamaica. People want to move to Jamaica that I know British-born Jamaicans who say I want to move to Jamaica because they're thinking about being on holiday. They ain't thinking about getting a job. They ain't even thinking about, furthermore, they ain't even thinking about living in that heat. Yeah, let alone getting a job. Trust me, if you ain't been to Dubai, yeah, or if you ain't been to one of them Arab countries that are on the equator, yeah, but if you don't know about fucking heat, yeah, we might have a heat wave in England and you look like, oof, yeah, blood. In Dubai, it's another level out there. It's not a fucking joke. You see the air is fucking, the moisture in the air. Yeah, you can't, well, I'm not going to say you can't breathe, but you can feel claustrophobic even being outside. That place is so hot. It's not a fucking joke. Now, I went there in September, which is obviously going to be like one of the hottest parts of the year. So I don't know what it's like during the winter and that, but it's not nice out there, in my opinion. Yeah, but people just want to go out there just to rave and that. What do you know about getting a job out in Dubai? What do you know about how the economy runs? Do they have the equivalent of NHS? I don't know, because I think it's all tax-free out there. So to me, if everything's all tax-free, then you must have to pay for your own healthcare and that. But people just see the flashy, look, this fucking ant. Where are these ants? Well, I know where they're coming from, but why are they coming into my yard for? But anyway, yeah, like a man said, the laws are strict out there, bro. You know, when I went to Dubai, yeah, me and my brethren jumped on the train. Yeah, we got off the aeroplane now, innit? Boom. We've jumped on the train now, innit? We've got on the train and there were no seats available because there were some women sitting down on the seats on this carriage. So we jumped on the train and we're just standing up, and some women, they were just looking at us or whatever, innit? So we looked to our left and we're like, yeah, fuck it, can we go over there, innit, and go and sit down there? So boom, so we go and sat down now, innit? Yeah. When we walked from one carriage to another carriage, I looked on the floor and I saw a pink sign on the floor saying women only. And I said, oh my days, man. Like, there's segregation on the transport in Dubai. There's women only, and then there's mixed sections, yeah? So there's a section where only women can sit down and stand up. And then there's another section where it's mixed, men and women. So it's probably for the women that might be with a man and they for some reason they don't care, they don't mind standing up with a man or whatever, innit? Yeah. But they got segregation that, bruv, you can get a fucking fine, if not get arrested if you're in a woman's section. Now, obviously, if you're a foreigner or whatever, they'll probably just tell you to move on or whatever because you don't know. But even when I was on the train in Dubai, they call it the metro, there's a sign above the door saying no drinking water. Yeah, you can't even drink water on a fucking train, bro. And no chewing gum. Definitely no smoking. No drinking water on the train, blood. This is what I'm talking about, homie. You don't want to move to these other countries, man. We got it good over here. True stories, fam. True stories, because basically, like, the reason why the reason why they have segregation is because my friend thinks they might have had like a groping problem. So basically, in Japan, the men used to touch the women on the trains. So, you know, like before COVID, you know, like on London Underground, you will be like packed in like sardines. They're all pushing up on yeah. Apparently in Japan, they had a problem where men were trying to touch up women and some meeky shit like that, innit? Yeah. So my friend said that they might have been doing that in Dubai as well, possibly. So that's why they might have the segregation. Now, they might just have the segregation because it's an Islamic country. That's probably why. But he said it might be to do with a groping problem. But more than likely, it's probably because it's an Islamic country, so you know they want to segregate men and women, or at least give women that kind of freedom and that space. But yeah, it's probably between the groping thing and the segregation because it's an Islamic state or whatever. Man like Justin, wagwan, fam. What you saying? Yeah. So yeah, my friend said to me, because I never even heard about that groping thing, but yeah, my friend said to me that there was a groping problem in Japan. So when we was in Dubai, he said that might be the reason why they have segregation on the trains and that. Either that or it's an Islamic state. So, but yeah, badness. But yeah, the point is, these people want to move to Dubai because I'm telling you, bro, this thing's getting on our nerves, bro. These people want to move to Dubai just to show off and that. It's nonsense, bro. Nonsense. Someone said okay, so he can hear me now. Yeah, it might have just been a little glitch in the matrix. But yeah, that Dubai, people just want to go to Dubai because they feel like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had that family member who the girl went to fucking America, to Atlanta, just to wing it, bro. Just to wing it. No plan, you know. No business set up, no job, nothing. Just gonna go out there to wing it. Why? For one, things not go on in the UK. Her life is shit. Probably ain't got no man. You ain't got no purpose in life. You're just existing. You're not living. So you want to go to another country because you feel like being in another country is going to solve your problems. No, you are the problem. You're not in some shit country where things not go on. This is England. Yeah, well, fuck England. We're in London because there's nothing going on outside of England, London anyway. But you're in London or you're close by London. There's opportunities, blood. There's opportunities, yeah. So she went to America to live the American dream. Blood. She came back after a year, didn't achieve nothing. Not went out to America, tried her business and failed. That's all right. If you go and try, I don't care. That's good. If you fail, that means you're trying something new. No. She went out to America just to wing it. No business plan, no job, no nothing. Came back a year later. What the fuck was the point? Like, even if she went to go backpack hiking or whatever, then yeah, cool. You're going out there to enjoy yourself, but you're going out there because you feel like your problems are going to be solved. No, fam. You are the problem, blood. We're not in Africa or in the middle of nowhere where there's no, you're not in Papua New Guinea where there's no opportunities, or you're not in Jamaica where opportunities are limited. You're in London, fam. Man are really hiding inside parts of the plane to get to the UK. But you want to leave? You want to leave, fam? Then I'll tell you like that story. Like my mum told me, and it's a true story, some African man fell out of the sky and hit the concrete in a white man's back garden and cracked the concrete. So basically, one African man must have climbed inside the plane somehow, yeah? And somehow he fell out of the plane in midair, yeah? He froze in midair, yeah? Because you have to remember, the planes are high up in the sky, yeah? The reason why it's so cold out there is because when you're close to the ground gets heated up by the sun. So therefore, the higher you go up, the colder it's going to be because there's no ground to get heated up by the sun. So up where the planes are, yeah, it looks nice and sunny and yeah, nice and blue skies and shit. Blood, it's like minus whatever up there. The guy froze in midair. He came crashing down. You know, like when the fucking when they shoot a rocket up into orbit and it comes down. And, yeah, my man come crashing down. He landed in some white man's back garden, probably in the middle of Hertfordshire or something like that, and he cracked the fucking concrete on the floor. Imagine you're sitting up, yeah, Sunday morning, cup of tea in your hand, reading the Sun newspaper, looking at that page 3 model, and bam, one black man come and crack your concrete tile. Bro, you have a fucking heart attack, bro. This is the shit that men are doing to come to the UK, to come to London. And you want to leave? Yeah, this is how desperate men are. Yeah, you hear about them man there who they somehow get to France from Africa and then they climb inside people's cars and all that. They climb underneath. So basically what they do is they smuggle themselves inside lorries and that. Inside the lorry, you can lift up the floorboards, which is in the back part of the lorry, and they're hiding underneath there and shit, just to get to the UK, fam. I see all the time, like them border force programs and that. But yeah, like, even if you're not even in London, Essex is almost like London. You're on the outskirts, yeah? A lot of people who work in London don't even live in London. A lot of them outskirts, Essex, Bromley, Hertfordshire and that, 15, 20 minutes on the train, bam, they're in central London and that. But yeah, people are trying to come to London or at least the outskirts because there's opportunities and you want to leave? Come on, man. You want to go to places like Dubai? Come on, man. Then man, they'll lock you up just for looking at someone the wrong way and that. Yeah? Oh, you don't want to go to them countries, man. Stay your blood clot in the UK. You want to go to Dubai. You think they got benefits like us? I know the NHS and that's fucked at the moment, but Trust me. Bag of opportunities and people are taking it for granted, man. What's the next one, man? One number 8 now. What time is it? 11. Yeah, should be done at 12 o'clock. Number 8. Yeah, 100% it's good to travel. 100%, 100%. But I shouldn't be trying to relocate and become an expat just because they want to fucking go to another country because they think it's going to solve their problem. All right. Stop going out every weekend and spending £200, £300, £400. You think it's a what? Who's going to the club spending £200, £300, £400 every weekend? That £300, £400 that you spend is not solely in the club, you know. You might go out and buy a new outfit. You're putting petrol in your car. You're paying to get in the venue. Yeah, you're spending money like buying drinks. You might get a little VIP section. There's people out here, maybe some people watching this right now, when they do go out on the weekend, they spend £200 every weekend. I've spoken to people. A man's told me, yeah, I go out every weekend and I spend about £200, £100, £200 every weekend in the club alone on drinks and that. You're mad. And you want to wonder why you're in debt, or you want to wonder why you ain't got no money and you can't save? Well, that's why, fam. You have to make some sacrifice, blood. You cannot be going out every single weekend spending £200 or even £100 in the club every weekend. Because as I said, your spending is not limited to that night. Even just Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, or the next day, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and that you're still spending money. You're still spending money. You're probably spending a total of £300-400 every single weekend if you're including going out to the club and that. If you are spending money like that. Now me, I could go to a club and just pay for a ticket and 1 or 2 drinks and that's it. Because me, if I went into a club, I'll spend £15-20 on a ticket, and I might spend like £10-15 on drinks, because you know the drinks are rip off and that. And that's it, because I don't drink alcohol. But then you got people going out doing like, so me, I could go out for £40 for the weekend easily. And the thing is, if I do that, if I did, that's probably one weekend every few months, because I don't go out and nothing like that. But there's people every weekend, £100-200 every weekend they're spending. That's too much. That's too much. You're enjoying yourself way too much. Now, I don't want to sit here like some old man now. You shouldn't go out every weekend and spend your money and that. But blood, you're going to have to make some sacrifice if you want to be able to buy a property and save money and avoid being in debt. Listen, nobody has to listen to what I have got to say. Do what you want to do. Just don't complain and don't sit down and think, why is this fucking black man in an orange t-shirt? How has he got this property, that property, and he's financially stable? What's his secret? What's his trick? Everything I'm talking about in this fucking video, motherfucker. Yeah. Don't sit here and scratch your head and think, well, why am I not in this position and that? And how comes he is and why he's got that and that? Blah, I ain't got no Mercedes. I ain't got Balmain. I ain't going on all these holidays and that. I ain't even got no fucking furniture. But I got this, I got that. So you're going to have to make some sacrifice. You're going to have to do without if you want to have it all one day. The man said, I don't drink or smoke. Water is free. LOL. Yeah. Oh shit, did I even write down drugs? Oh shit, I didn't even write down drugs, you know. I might add that to the end. Alright, so boom. So yeah, that number 8 was stop going out every weekend and spending 200, 300, 400 pound, man, in the club. It's nonsense, man. Yeah, you really got man standing on top of tables and pouring out the liquor and like it used to make me laugh like when I see people in clubs and that, you know, like they buy that big massive bottle of alcohol, whatever in it, and then the girls come with like the candle, not the candles, but like the sparkles and that. And like people really feel like they're doing the most, you know, like yeah, they're really reaching new levels and that, like by being in the VIP section and they got the drink and that. Like, bro, you're just wasting your money, man. All for validation for people who don't even remember you today. They don't remember you. The man said day and air hostess shit if you want to travel for free. Almost for free. Alright, boom, number 9. Well, might as well just get to this one here. Since I spoke about this a minute ago, expensive clothes. Guys, you do not need to wear Balmain, you do not need to wear Gucci, you do not need to wear Balenciagas. Why do you need a 200, 300 pound Gucci belt? Someone explain that to me. Someone explain to me why you need to buy an 800 pound. Why you need to buy 800 pound why you need to buy 800 pound pair of Balenciaga trainers or whatever. Someone explains to me why you need to spend £1,000 on a Moncler jacket. Furthermore, why you need to buy a Moncler jacket for your toddler that is going to grow out of it within a month. 120, 200 pounds for a Moncler jacket for a toddler. 150 pounds for a Moncler woolly hat. Oh yeah, by the way, these people are not rich, you know. These people are not rich, you know. They're not Kanye West and these rich people. These people are people who just have normal jobs, earning 30 grand, 40 grand a year. They're treating their youth like it's a fucking pet, like it's a fashion accessory or something like that. And the funniest thing is, they'll buy their kids all this stuff, take all these pictures and that. But when their youth is like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, they're not going to be wearing that stuff. So what's the point? Me, I'm a man, I like to maintain a certain standard of living. That's why I never ever bought or financed a car, because I never wanted to be in a position where I'd lose that car. You never want to be in a position where you're buying your kids certain standard clothes, but then, you know, a few years later, then they can't afford to wear those standard clothes. I'm telling you, these parents that you see buying their kids £200 for a little Moncler jacket and that, check back when their kid's 10 years old, when their kid's 13 years old. Their parents ain't buying them clothes. Why? Because they can't keep up with that standard of living. So what's the point of fucking starting? Why are you going to try and set a standard of living that you can't adhere to for the rest of your life? Obviously, things happen and that, but there's no way I'm going to be driving a Mercedes and that and then have to go back to driving a fucking Ford Fiesta or a Honda Civic. Once I've got a Mercedes, then I'll forever have that caliber of car. May change to an Audi, may upgrade to a Jaguar F-Type R, don't know. But, you know, I'll still maintain that kind of caliber of car. I'm not going and driving a fucking Mercedes and then having to drive a fucking Fiat 500 next year or in 2 years' time. No, maintain the standard of living all the time. Yeah, stunt. For people who don't really care about you, fam. For people who they'll chat shit about you behind your back. Oh my days, fam. Justin, just expand on this. So you see this, you say your friend did that, the bill came out, was 1,500, he asked around to help pay. What is this, what are you referring this to? You referring this to a person buying their kids clothes, or was this the club thing? So yeah, if you just expand on that, what's that referring to? Buying the child clothes, or it must be the club thing, isn't it? Yeah, what I'm talking about. The man said the bill, so yeah. So the club. That's mad. That's a man spending 1,500 in the club. Yeah, so I got confused because you wrote that comment after I put down expensive clothes. But to be fair, it was actually at the same time, you know. I wrote this comment at 11:06, and then so did you. So yeah, madness. Not even for my birthday. Not even for my last day on this planet. No way. Oh my days, but a man works at Wilco's, you know. As a man working at Wilco's and trying to live like he's fucking a high class lawyer. 10 weeks wages, you know. That's mad. This is the shit that people do, man. Actually, you know what? I'll leave this till last. You know what? I kind of lost myself now, you know. All right. Another reason why, well, a suggestion to how young people can save money and avoid debt. Stop being Stop being greedy. This pertains to having a short-term mindset. You know, back in the day, I ain't gonna say who, but you probably know who it is. There's a guy who used to be, and probably still is, a footballer now, who got caught for fraud. Now, don't get it twisted. He weren't in the, I don't think he was in the Premier League or whatever, innit? But this dude was a road man doing football. He got caught for fraud and he went to jail. So you went bin for fraud and you're a footballer. Yeah, fair enough. So, and then he's choked there. Fair enough, you're not getting that much money from football, whatever, innit? Yeah? But there's a thing called delayed gratification. There's a thing called being fucking patient, bro. Stop being greedy. How the fuck you a footballer and you're doing fraud and you get nicked and you go to jail? Even in the end, there's a guy who used to be a footballer from my end. He was selling drugs as well, blood. Yeah, a man's trapping. A man was trapping and he was a footballer as well. Like this is what man's talking about. Man are greedy, and then man will wonder why they get nicked and go to jail, blood. Exactly. You already know what I'm talking about, fam. He's from around the corner from, you get me? Yeah? Local, like. And a man, like, that story went around. Like, how's a man really getting nicked for fraud and then going to jail and you're a footballer? It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Just dumb, just dumb, just dumb, just dumb, just dumb, man. Stupid, blood. Man are greedy, fam. You need to understand, like, there's no such thing as overnight success. Yeah? You need to be patient. If you're a greedy person, you are a person who's impatient. That's why you end up getting nicked. You actually went out of your way to do like some little, you know, like they get money sent to the people's accounts and doing this and doing that, and then you get nicked and you go to jail, fam. That's foolishness, bro. Or you got footballers who are selling drugs on the side. So that man just can't give up being on the road, you know. I get it, like, yeah, you ain't gonna be making the money that you want to make straight away when you're whatever in it, but blood, be humble and fuck. I ain't gonna say the rapper's name, but there was a rapper. He wasn't even that good anyway. He was never that popular anyway. But there was a rapper who used to work in Asda in Edmonton Green. I swear to you, a rapper used to work in Asda in Edmonton Green. He's a lot older than man. Like, yeah, he must be 40. He must be about 12 years older than man. There was a rapper from Tottenham who used to work in Edmonton Green's Asda. How shameful was that? But he wasn't big anyway. Like, everyone knows him. Like, he's still got a name though. Like, people know the name. Like, if I said the name, you would know the name. But he ain't like if I said what's his name, I ain't gonna say his name, fam. But yeah, he ain't big like Skepta or any of them kind of man there. But yeah. Yeah, don't worry. It's not this person I'm talking about. They're not big in the game. You would know the name, but I ain't gonna say a person's name. Right? I ain't gonna say a person's name. But yeah, man, a man was really working in Asda. Yeah, I mean, like if I watched the video and he said it, if he admitted it himself, then yeah, because you said that. So I'll, if you say something online, I'll just repeat what you said. But I ain't gonna expose a man if he ain't spoken about that himself. So. But because I know he wasn't the manager, he was in the green uniform, so obviously he was stacking shows and that. And even that, you got man who work in Asda and that, or who are bus drivers and that, who are selling weed. Like, I met a man on a construction site, as in he was like an electrician's mate, and he was selling weed on the construction site. He said, these men are jokers, bro. Raw. What, Lamar, yeah? The singer. You used to work in fucking in Asda in Edmonton. That's mad. I'm sorry, not Asda in Edmonton. A clothes shop in Edmonton. Bro, I don't know what clothes shop that is because we ain't even got no clothes shops in Edmonton. Boy. Traffic warden shotting, I'm telling you, fam. Only in the ends, blood. So yeah, man should stop being greedy. Number 11. Yeah, there's actually nearly 12 on this list, you know, not 13. I can't believe I actually had to get a suggestion on this. Someone actually gave me the idea to put this down, you know. I didn't even think of drugs. I don't know why. But yeah, drugs. Man are all buying weed and that. Man are really spending £20 on weed every couple of days and that. Like, there's people out here really spending £300 on weed a month, easily. I remember one time I said £600 on weed in a live stream, and AY London was like, no way. I'm telling you, maybe not £600, but definitely £300 easily. There's 30 days in a month. Certain man need a £10 draw a day. That's only 3 zoots, blood. Yeah, that's 1.4 grams, blood. That's only 3 zoots. And I bet a £10 draw now ain't even 1.4 grams. Probably like one gram or 1.2 or something like that. You know, they're always making cutbacks and that. Like, there's people who bun weed every single day. So there's some people, they need about 3 zoots a day. So yeah, a £10 draw every day, yeah, £300 a day, easily. Oh my day. Hey, what? Did you go to a primary school in Walthamstow? Dulce David. Yeah, Dulce David. Did you go to a primary school in Walthamstow or something? That's fucking mad. How's a fucking a primary school teacher going to jail for shotting, blood? Mad. The man said, yeah, so the school teacher was from a primary school in Walthamstow, you know. Hey, what? Did you go to Dulce David? Did you go to Holy Family? I know that's not primary school; it's a secondary school. But did you go to Holy Family? Because I think I know one girl that went there, but no, you wouldn't know anyway. She's too old for you. Like you probably wasn't even in the school when she was about. Nah, yeah, you would be even too young, yeah, if you were in the school. But yeah, let me know if you went to Holy Family. School teacher selling weed, you know. Oh, okay, I've never even heard of that school. Well, all right. Boom. So that's number 11. Yeah, drugs. Man, them and gal need to stop doing drugs, man. It's a waste of fucking money. You can't escape your problems doing drugs. Doing drugs is the same thing as people wanting to go on holiday. They're just doing it to escape their problems. Smoking, cigarettes, I'm talking about. You're doing it to relieving stress, what stress? You are the stress. There ain't no stresses in your life. You are causing yourself stress. None of the people that I know said to me, boy, if I didn't drink alcohol or do any drugs or smoke cigarettes, I would have a lot of money saved than that. But you know what? People will find other things to waste their money on anyway. So, but yeah, last but not least, I feel like I'm missing something from this list, you know. This kind of ties in with what I've been saying about the clothes and the cars and the holidays and that. So Rolex or property. The reason why young people will never be able to save money or get anywhere in life is because when you got that philosophy, and I made a video about this. I'm sure you lot have seen it already, where I was talking about buying a Rolex over buying a property in that. Let's say a Rolex does increase in value faster than buying a property in that, but it's a mind frame. If you feel like buying a Rolex watch is more important than buying a property, then you got your priorities mixed up, man. I don't know what else to flipping will say. Yeah, like buy a Rolex watch, yeah, but make sure you have a property first. Like, there's people out here, they really got all of this figured out. Like, when I was reading the comments on this Instagram page that posted up this thing about the Rolex watch over a property, one guy was like, yeah, because some people were saying, like, yeah, but what are you going to leave for your use? Because for me, that's the most important thing about buying a property, leaving stuff behind for your use and that. One guy was like, oh, yeah, but you just get life insurance and that. So, your use are covered if. I think myself, hold on a minute. So the only time my use are a beneficiary of my success is when I'm dead. Like I would have to drop dead for them to get anything. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just stupid. I know I just said, leave stuff behind for your use and that, but like, I don't want to have to die for my kids to get something off of me. Nah, man. Mm-mm. You cannot house your child inside of a watch. Yeah. The whole point of buying a property as well is so that you can move your child to a safe environment as well. So you have the choice, not, boy, the only way you can, the only place we got for you at the moment, Miss Single Mum, yeah, Miss Single Mum that don't have a man in her life or whatever, is Brixton Hill Estate, yeah, or Broadwater Farm Estate, yeah, or Church End Road Estate, yeah, or Stonebridge Estate. Sorry, yeah, or London Fields. That's all you got for you at the moment. Where, well, if you buy your own property, then you can move where you want to. Yeah. Now, within reason, obviously, it's probably not going to be anywhere in London because London house prices are just off the scale right now. But when you buy your own property, like I decided to buy this property here. Now, obviously, my options were limited in that, but I still was able to pick this house. I did not have to buy this house. I had no government telling me, or no local authority or high borough telling me, you must live here. This is your only option. I picked this house because I wanted to buy this house. Yeah, I made that choice. No one made the choice for me. I didn't have to do a transfer. Like, so some of these people as well that live in these council houses, the only way they can move is if they do a transfer. So that means that, say for example, this is a council house. The only way I can move out of this council house and go somewhere else is if someone is willing to do a swap with me. Nah, man, you wanna be able to buy your own property to be able to control your destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, be able to move your child to a safe area. Trust me, like, when I make these videos and like people share my thing on Instagram and that, but I get bare pushback. The other day, a man said to the Blue Channel, go and check out the Blue Channel on Instagram. Love that page. Go and check out Mr. Blue's channel, innit? He must have uploaded my thing talking about when I made that video about the Rolex or the property, and then some guy was like, Instagram, social media is a facade. So he's basically saying that I'm lying, innit? I mean myself, this motherfucker really don't know it. But obviously there is a lot of frauds out here and a lot of people who do chat shit and that. But fam, it is possible, innit? But like, there's people out here, they're just so influenced by the media and they're like, oh yeah, Rolex watch is the greatest thing ever and that. Come on, man. Come on, fam. The stupidness, man. There's man out here who really go and rather buy a Rolex watch, yeah, over a fucking property. So if a man's got 25 grand, a man would rather spend it and put it on his wrist than put it into a property. Like bricks and mortar will last longer than any fucking watch. Yeah. I don't think there's that much watches in circulation that are as old as properties, you know. Literally. Yeah. Yeah, there probably are watches, but the average watch ain't gonna be 40, 50 years old, yeah. Whereas houses are, and they're forever going up in property in value. Someone will always need somewhere to live, but people won't always need a watch to wear. And on that note, I'm out in a minute anyway. Yeah, if there's one thing you're gonna take from this video is someone will always need somewhere to live, but no one will always ever need a watch to wear. Exactly. Like, this is a question for you lot. Can you get insurances for your Rolex watch? I don't know. But I know my house is insured. If it burns down today, I'll get the equivalent or they'll build it back. I don't know, but I'm covered. Yeah? They'll put me up in a hotel. I don't even need to go and stay in a hotel. I've got a flat around the corner. I'll go back to my mother's yard. But yeah, last few comments. Yeah, man, thanks for all the input, guys. Come on. You lot help me to push this thing along, man. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, buying a watch and that, but just make sure you're spending your money on the right thing. That if a Rolex watch was only worth £1,000, then all right, whatever, innit? But these men are spending serious money on Rolex watches. It's not no little £1,000 watch. You're wearing something that's worth 20, 30 grand if you're spending that much on a watch. And you become a target. A man will cut your hand off for a watch. 110%. There's certain men out here, a man will chop your hand off with a machete for a watch. No problem. I can guarantee you there's men out here that will do that. They will chop your hand off for a Rolex watch. They will cut your hand off a 30 grand watch. Where are you watching from? What are you here in the UK? Yeah, Mr. N guy. Are you here in the UK, fam? Let me know. Where are you watching from? But the worst thing about the Rolex watch, you know what? It's not even the Rolex watch because it could be a car that goes up in value. There's certain cars out here that do go up in value, like shout out my boy Tyrone. He's got a Ford Focus RS. Those cars, they go up in value, and he was saying something along the lines of I think Honda Civics. Some Honda Civics go up in value as well. But you're in North London, yeah? All right, cool. Say that. Yeah, certain Honda Civics go up in value. Honda Civic Type R's go up in value and that. But it's not even about the road, whether it's a Rolex, whether it's a car, whether it's a pair of trainers that goes up in value. It's the mindset. Because you're not really buying that Rolex watch because it goes up in value. That's just a byproduct. That's a bonus. You're buying that Rolex watch to stun. Because if you really cared about that Rolex watch going up in value, why don't you buy it and lock it up in your safe and never take it out? Because no one walks around with a bar of gold, do they? Yeah, like a brick, a bar of gold that's worth 10 grand or whatever in it. No one does that. So if your Rolex watch was that much of an investment to you, why would you not lock it up and make sure you put it in a box and you never touch it? Yeah, you might look at it, polish it, yeah, every now and then but you should leave that in a box inside of a safe. So I know it's not necessarily an investment. It's more of a show-offy thing, a bling-bling thing on your wrist. Because if it was that much of an investment, you wouldn't be wearing it around. Come on. Come on, fam. If your watch was really that much of an investment to you that you was really trying to make money off of it afterwards, you wouldn't want to, like, you're walking down the road, you could bash your watch on the door and stuff like that, and then you're going to damage it. Come on, man. Come on, fam. You'd have that locked up in a safe where it's safe. You wouldn't have that out on the road for a man to try and move to you as well. Walking around with Rolex watching that. Fam, what ends are you lot in, blood? You don't must be walking around in fucking Bromley or Loughton or some nice places like that. Cause boy, man from the jungle, fam. If a man get a drop, there's a man in Edmonton Green with a Rolex watch, man, then the walls will come out, you know. Man will be coming for you, fam. Fam, I'm from an era where man used to go out robbing man for £50 mobile phones, blood. Made videos on this already, talking about back in the day when man were going out robbing people and that. Not me, I never used to do that, but when man are going out robbing people, robbing man for 50, them Sony Ericsson Walkman phones and that. Yeah. Like, you never know. I might buy a Rolex watch one day, but I'm not going to wear it. Like, I'll lock it up in a box and that's just my investment. I'll treat it like it's gold. Because for me, it's just a product. It's just something that can increase in value. I don't care that it's a watch. I wouldn't care if it was an earring. I wouldn't care if it was, I don't know, like a golden nugget. I don't care any. It's just something that I've bought that will increase in value. So therefore, I'll just lock it up. I'm not going to wear it because when you wear stuff, you get wear and tear. If you want something to increase in value and achieve the maximum value, then you keep it in the most prestigious and clean and safest, protect it as much as you can. So, yeah, man, if I was to buy a Rolex watch, because, one day, because when I made a vlog, I was talking about the Rolex watch. So when I made this vlog on Saturday, which is coming out in 3 days' time on Friday, I was talking about the Rolex watch. There's a Rolex watch place in Northampton, in the town centre. One day, if I'm in the town centre, I'm on foot, I'll go in there and have a look just to see what all the hype is about. But if I did buy a watch for like £5 or £6 I'll just lock it up in a safe. Keep it safe for a couple of years, man. I'm not going to wear it out on the road. It's not even about man trying to ting or whatever in it, but it might get damaged. You knock stuff and shit like that. No, man, I don't want to be walking around and I'm worried that I'm going to scratch and damage the watch and that. Fuck that shit, man. But yeah, man, people, say for watching. It's been 2 hours and 44 minutes. I'm out. Don't know. Stay away.